is Di and this is Saskia, and we're pretty much geeks. Currently standing at a Pokestop.
So sorry if I'm a little distracted because we got here and then realized there is a Pokestop and I'm very low on Ultra Balls, so I'm going to be needing to flick that every so often.
We didn't plan this, honestly, especially because Jazz and I don't have compatible phones. But speaking of Pokemon, what cool Pokemon did you get recently?
Well, let me tell you, I was out with friends last night and I was meant to be the navigator, but I got a little distracted because there was a Scyther and she drove past, but I didn't want to be like, stop the car! So like, we drove all the way back and then I got in my car and drove all the way back. So I got a Scyther, and then on the way home, I pulled over at a park because there's usually good ones at parks, and I got out and got like a CP over 1,000 Slowbro. What? Yeah. I know. I'm not as hard out as some, so I don't have many super OP ones yet, but I've got a saucy Nicki Minaj Pokemon, Jinx. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. Got a Pinsir, got all of the Eevee evolutions.
Well, that's all great and stuff, but do you have a...
Don't ask me that. Pikachu, right?
That's the one everybody wants.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but okay, yes, do you have a Pikachu?
I do not. What were you going to say? Maybe I have it.
It's left my head. What's the big pink one that...
Jigglypuff?
Yes, Jigglypuff.
I do. I have several Jigglypuffs.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get a Wigglytuff. No, that's not how it goes, guys. It was a nice try, though.
I've seen things. A few things before.
Oh my gosh, No Man's Sky is coming out on August 9th, and I am actually super, super pumped for this game. Coming out just on PS4 and PC, so sorry Xbox users.
Did you say Xbox losers? Was that what you said? I love the Xbox, by the way.
Yeah, I was really excited to see that The Last Guardian is coming out really soon, and I wasn't excited about it until you guys talked. You and Laura told me
introduced
about
it.
Yeah, and I saw the footage for it, and it looks amazing. So check that out. It's about some dog-wolf creature that you get to bond with.
with his little boy.
Yeah.
And you're the little boy.
We haven't talked about this yet, but I'm so excited for Pokemon Sun and Moon, which is only a few months away now. Every time I think about it, I giggle a little bit inside. It's just such a, so good. So good games. Such good. Many goods.
Good. All the goods.
All the goods. I think it's just awesome exploring like all, because you like discover different towns and stuff as you play, and you're collecting all of the Pokemon you can, so it's so exciting every time you come across a new one. I'm a bit of a collector, so the game is a little bit, when I first get it, it's like all I do for the next like 48 hours before I have a break to do anything else. My husband has literally caught all of the ones that exist up to this date, and it took him a year and buying way too many games. And we had to go to like kids movies to get the limited edition releases.
So dedicated.
Yeah.
Is that music?
It's a good choice.
Hey, well played.
I know we're really excited about games and stuff, but we do also have to talk about movies because that's also another thing that we're doing. And you guys got to see Star Trek, the new Star Trek.
Yes!
You go first.
I am a big Star Trek fan. I love Star Trek. And okay, so this is the third movie in the reboot series. And in my own opinion, best one out of the reboot series.
Really?
Yes.
Even without J.J. Abrams?
Even without J.J. Abrams.
You're still involved.
Yeah, he was the producer.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot less lens flares than,
Shoot.
darn it! But it was written by different writers as well. Simon Pegg was one of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
But like,
On that note, I think the only reason I could definitely tell Simon Pegg was a writer was because his character was suddenly one of the main characters, like, and like 90% of the scenes I was like, oh, just get out of here, Scotty, like seriously. And he was like the one with the relationship with the good looking alien. I was like, oh, Simon Pegg, come on.
I have to ask, was Cumberbatch in it?
No. He was the bad guy and he got locked up or did or something.
But the bad guy in this one, I quite liked. He looked amazing, and his voice is Idris Elba. His voice is like,
And you go, oh, here's our bad guy.
It's really good. And so he was kind of hard to hate as a villain because his voice is just And but I think he kind of like petered out at the end. Like they introduced, there's a twist with his character and they introduced it too late to really matter. That was one thing I thought. And the movie as a whole is just like ridiculous amounts of fun, but without much depth. Like the characters are a little more shallow than in the previous movies. They kind of had a lot more intense character development and they asked big questions about the universe and all that kind of stuff, which is not really what I go to a Star Trek movie for. So I really enjoyed this one as well. It was so much fun. Without a lot of sense sometimes, but who cares?
I thought there was more bones though. There was a lot more bones in Spock, and
Which
that
is
was
meant
like
to happen. I was like, finally!
I know. Like it didn't happen in the last movies, and I was like, what the heck? But this is what I want. This is why I watch Star Trek, guys.
Well, that's just typical.
Speaking of movies, we also have Jason Bourne, which is coming out this week.
Yep, it's out, and apparently, in the lead up to it, they were like, apparently Matt Damon only has 25 lines in the entire film. You can find out if that's true by reading my review, because I did take a notepad and pen and like jotted down how many lines he had, because I was like, I don't believe it. I'm not going to tell you now.
Right, we are all gamers, right? Right? Yes. Who isn't a gamer? What are you currently playing?
Well,
That's not Pokemon Go.
It's a little bit old school. I am playing Overwatch, but I'll get to that. I'm playing Theme Hospital, which I think was released in the 90s. But you can get it from GOG.com for really cheap. And it's amazing because it really does stand the test of time. It's like, all the graphics still look cool. Like it doesn't look, it's not glitchy, it looks nice, and they've put so much work into the programming of that game. It's crazy. It's like you set up your hospital and then you get to see everything the patients do. Like, so they go in and they lie down on the psychiatrist's couch and he's like taking notes and talking to them. And so it's very addictive. And I mean, aliens come in later. I haven't got up to there yet. But people vomit everywhere.
Yes.
Like, it's chaos. You're like, I need more cleaners. And then they just go water plants instead of cleaning up the vomit. And you're like, ah! But a lot of fun. And of course, Overwatch, like one of the most massive games at the moment, probably, just released a new character, Anna someone. She's like
Anna. Farah's mother.
Yeah.
And she's a support sniper. That's
She
what they're calling her.
sucks.
No, I love her. I love her. I'm
Well,
really good
I
at
don't
her.
like healing, that's why.
I'm a support player.
I
always
like
play support.
sniping, so I love Widowmaker. She's my fave.
I suck at sniping, but I love Anna. She's good.
But she is a sniper.
I know, but like, it's easy with Anna because like if you are stuck at aiming, like whatever you shoot, you're helping, because if you shoot your allies, you heal them, and if you accidentally shoot your enemies, you unheal them.
I have to say that that Saskia's sniping character also translates to real life, because I've seen her shoot real guns and bows and arrows, and she is spot on with her aim. So just watch out.
What are you playing at the moment?
I'm playing a game that I just reviewed called Offworld Trading Company.
Still playing.
Yes, I'm still playing that. I'm still kind of hooked on that. I don't know why, because it just sounds like the most boring game in the world, where you're just managing economy stuff and you're buying stocks and shares and managing resources, which is a magic word for me because I love collecting resources.
Are you a Catan fan?
I love Catan. Yes. So that's the best thing for me about any game, is when you can collect resources and just make people pay exorbitant fees for what you have tons of.
Dictator die.
It's my secret dream in life. So, Offworld Trading Company. What about you?
I'm playing Overwatch as well. Oh my gosh, too much Overwatch. No, you can't
Not
have too much.
I hope you can't. Otherwise,
My mum says
we've
too
got
much.
problems in our house.
I'm also playing Adrift, which is a sort of published by 505 Games, which is doing Abzu as well. That diving game. But this is diving in space, and it's like,
Are there space fish?
no, but you're like alone in space in this like destroyed sort of. You're like the commander of some team, but then like your team's all like died.
Is it creepy?
No, but it's sort of like intense in the way that it's like everything's like not as it should be, and you keep running out of oxygen, and you're like, oh my gosh, my suit is really breakable. Like it's not supposed to be breakable. What the heck? I bump into a wall and I'm like, my screen is cracked. I don't think this is how. I know. But yeah, that's really good. That's out on PS4 and Xbox at the moment.
That sounds awesome. And it just reminded me, the creepy factor. If you have Netflix, you need to be watching Stranger Things, which is a new series that has come out. I blitzed it in a weekend, staying up very late because it's so addictive, and so it's a kind of creepy that's not too scary, but it's enough that like you don't want to stick your feet out from under the covers when you're trying to go to sleep because you're like, and it's kind of like if you enjoyed Super 8, it's what Super 8 could have been. It's a way better, it's like a more well done Super 8 with way better kid actors. It's longer because it's 8 episodes. Oh, I really hope they get a season 2 because they do leave a few things not tied up in a tantalizing manner. So hopefully there's a season 2.
That sounds pretty cool. Speaking of watching stuff on TV that's maybe not as creepy, we have this beautiful, shiny, unpacked box to give away. Naruto, the complete collection. Tell us about it.
Well, there's ninjas.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't watched it.
Everyone wants to. No, I haven't.
Oh, okay, we suck. I can tell you. I can tell you that it's very popular, and you probably have watched it, or at least heard of it. My husband has all of the manga. He loves it. He probably wants to win this more than you do. I don't know. But he can't.
Not doing a very good job of selling this.
It's probably one of the most popular animes ever at the moment. People love it. It's got, you know, the dark characters. I'm awkward. There we go. It's got Saskia in there somewhere. You know, it's similar to Saskia. So that's good.
Well, I wanted to read the blurb out because it actually kind of sold it for me. So, deep within the Hidden Leaf Village, sharp and cunning ninja possess an ultimate power while Naruto Uzumaki carries inside the ultimate secret.
Oh my god.
I know what it is! But you can win this by going to our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/prettymuchgeeks, and the competition will be running till next week, so you've got time to enter still.
And what do they have to do?
It's really easy. You just have to tag your friend who is most likely to secretly be a ninja and tell us why.
Sounds easy enough.
Mine would be Jazz, and you'll see why.
Naruto!